Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm MBK. It is, oh man, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. But I saw a Reddit AMA happen last night with Gunfire Games developer and had to, of course, make a video on this. There's some really great information, so sit back. Good morning. Let's get into it. Okay. Oh, my transition's like broken, y'all. We're gonna have to fix that. We've got some really good information in here. I'm Hitman VK. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and you're following. We've got all sorts of content on the channel, Remnant 2 being one of them. And it's been really fun making all these videos. So thank you so much for being here. To kick this off, there's some funny things in here that will that one woman in War 13 ever get over Brad? Probably not. There's some really funny uh, replies here, but some really, really, really good ones. His favorite gun is the cube gun and the ping pong gun, which I thought was interesting. But here's the first really big thing, which is always nice, which a lot of us already know. Will you be adding any more armor to the game? I'm sure we'll be adding armor in the DLCs, and Transmog is certainly something that comes up, but we will have to balance it versus all the other stuff we want to do. So essentially, that means Transmog is coming. But the timeline is a bit of an unknown because they're doing a lot of QOL stuff and the DLC stuff and everything else. Y'all, there's only 90 people in this dev team, I think is what he says. There's a one down here, so I'll get back into that when I see it. But I mean, that's pretty crazy. For my canon folks out there about Rhoms Guardian and From the Ashes, in his head, the official story is we did save Rhoms Guardian, and he would personally love to go back to Rom. So that's really cool. But he also has a ton of world ideas, but cannot spoil them. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep going. I know all of these short, but I just want to make sure y'all can see them as well. Are there any new archetypes planned for future DLC? Yes, there are. So future archetypes are obviously confirmed. I feel like that was kind of an obvious question, but it's nice to have confirmation on it. This one was my question is, if you could do anything with the franchise, where would you like to go? And he said, thank you for the question. I'm not sure how to answer this. We have a lot of plans and schemes, but right now we have to tighten up the current game and try to build on it over time. Very, very, obvious answer to not spoiling what's in the pipeline. Whatever happened to the Wanderer? Is he simply wandering? He assumes so. It's hard to go back to a 9 to 5 in War 13. So there you go. Let's see. Is DR now? I don't know. I don't know what that is actually. Also, we're gonna keep moving on. Oh, damage resistance working as intended. He says he can't say. So this is for the people who the damage resistance questions y'all were having. He actually says he can't say with 100% certainty that there are 0 bugs with damage resistance, but it's being worked on. It is working as intended. Different sources of DR are meant to be multiplicative. Additive would cause it to get to 100% DR too easily and make you invisible. I think Tragic has mentioned that there is a bug in the UI display causing the display DR value to be incorrect. We will fix that ASAP and look into the DR builds and make sure there's a path to hit the DR cap or at least get close. So it looks like it's working as intended, and that's just a flickering bug on your UI. This one was huge for me. Is crossplay something you guys are looking into? Yes, they are looking into crossplay. So there you go. It is actively being worked on. This is absolutely fantastic news. I think crossplay would be huge, and is something that is much needed in a game with such a really healthy player base. It says, is there any plans on implementing endless dungeon options? Can we get hints what DLC might contain? He said maybe. I can't reveal anything, and no, except that it might be, except that it will make it. Except we will make it as cool as the base game, and don't plan to phone in any DLCs. So that's awesome. For the when we will get loadouts, there he cannot give anybody a time frame, but it's on their QOL improvements, which he did mention. QOL improvements is the first thing they're looking at, as well as just getting the base game where it needs to be. So I feel like loadouts are probably near top of the list for them, which is yes, 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 yes. Like loadouts are gonna be freaking huge. Can we expect to see some bigger DLC from the game? He says they have a lot of plans for the game, especially if it keeps doing well. They've already started the first DLC, and it's looking pretty cool. So that's really awesome. Let's see. This is like a funny little thing this guy mentioned on how long it takes to hit the stone. So maybe they'll speed that up. This is for the map. It looks like the parts of the map are not displaying the parts you've explored, and so this is definitely a bug. So that will get fixed if anybody's having that problem. This is a funny answer that he says, is there any backstory on the man that's sleeping in the shack directly above Whispers? And he said, yes, has he woken up yet for you? But I'm pretty sure that was a troll. Who knows? High chance for a loadout system. Again, a lot of people on loadouts. Loadouts looks like they are coming. So that's really cool. This is their inspiration, which is awesome. They want to deal with latency. It's something to look at. So this isn't on their current list of to-dos, but they're definitely going to peek into latency. Loving the game so far, but I assume you can't say anything on survival mode. He says they're talking about potentially additional modes in the future right now, but at the moment we are trying to get all the big ticket items sorted and some basic QOL stuff out for everyone. Again, this is why I'm saying like loadouts are probably top of mind for them right now. This is again, some people are just thanking. There's a lot of like thanking, and hey, your game really is amazing, so thank you so much. And then the last big one here, I think, really for y'all, is going to be the update. The big update that just came out for PC on Friday. They had a issue with console builds preventing them from submitting Friday, so they are submitting it for review today. So you can expect that patch sometime this week, I bet. So the big patch is coming out sometime this week. It is being submitted today. They have 3 DLCs planned, which will definitely have puzzles and secrets, but who knows what we'll do? Well, he knows. So there you go. Is there any plan to add an option to hold a button to sprint? It's on their QOL list, so most more than likely. And right here, yeah, I don't know how many people we had when we started, but when we finished, they have 90 people. A lot of content in their game, so their team is balanced towards art design. They only have like 8 programmers. That is crazy, y'all. This is a small team that is making an incredible game and getting right on top of everybody's changes and notes. And I mean, like, just take a bow. Like, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna like sit here and say that. Like, I mean, it just really needs to be known that that's 90 people putting together what they put together, and then how quickly they are turning out updates for everybody. And he already did an AMA. God knows how busy this guy is. That's really, really, really cool. The funny thing about the 12th archetype, making a joke. And the last thing I want to hit on is they will be definitely looking into tank DR builds once they get all the issues ironed out. They'll say for sure their intention is not to have only one viable build or even 2, but their intention is to have multiple viable builds on every difficulty. I'm going to post a link to this AMA in the description down below. Make sure you guys check it out if you want to see anything else he puts in here. I think he's done. He had put in 2 edits that he went through and answered more questions, but there's some big ones here with loadouts are coming. The big patch for consoles is coming, I think, this week. It's getting sent in today. They are your resistances should be working as intended. That is just a UI bug. Obviously, 3 DLCs planned. One's already been being worked on, and crossplay is being looked at. Wow. I'm Hitman BK. Like, subscribe, and have a wonderful Monday.